Hello, you're watching weekly highlights program on Azərbaycan Television with the major developments of the week. I am your host, Ilham Məmmədov. Now first, let's take a brief look at some of the top stories of this week. On February 19th, President İlham Əliyev visited Xankəndi region and took part in the inauguration of several facilities. President İlham Əliyev received Artur Rəsizadə and presented him with the Heydər Əliyev Order. On February 18th, President İlham Əliyev and First Lady Mehriban Əliyeva reviewed the ongoing construction of the Hilton Garden Inn in the city of Ağdam. The head of our state attended the inauguration of the Ağdam Regional Digital Control Center and the Training Education Complex owned by Azərbaycan Open Joint Stock Company. President İlham Əliyev and First Lady Mehriban Əliyeva inspected the ongoing construction of the Ağdam Muğam Center, inspected the conditions at the Ağdam residential complex with 209 apartments, reviewed the ongoing construction of the second residential complex in the city of Ağdam, which will consist of 1,268 apartments, examined the ongoing construction of nursery kindergarten number 1 in the city of Ağdam and Ağdam City Secondary School number 1. Afterwards, President İlham Əliyev and First Lady Mehriban Əliyeva examined the conceptual project for the Askeran Fortress Complex. On February 19th, President İlham Əliyev visited Xankəndi region and took part in the inauguration of several facilities.
Head of the President's Administrative Services Department, Ramin Guluzade, briefed the head of state on the completed work. The five-story hotel spans 5,325 square meters and features 45 rooms accommodating 91 guests. It includes modern dining facilities such as a lobby lounge, a cafe, and both indoor and outdoor restaurants. The hotel has also created 50 jobs. One of the main priorities of the first state program on the Great Return to the liberated territories of the Republic of Azerbaijan is the creation of necessary guarantees for the development of various types of tourism in this region. The international airports that have been built in Füzuli and Zangilan, the construction of which is continuing in Laçın, the modern hotels that are being built, and other infrastructure projects that are being implemented will play an important role in realizing the tourism potential of our liberated territories and attracting tourists to these regions. Special representative of the President in the city of Xankəndi and the Ağdara and the Xocalı districts, Elçin Yusubov, provided the President with information about the future developments in the park. The Victory Park will be developed over a 12.9 hectare area with demolition work currently underway. The site is divided into two parts, with demolition already completed on the first section, which covers 8.3 hectares. The second section of the park, covering 4.6 hectares, will also undergo demolition work. In an effort to preserve the existing natural environment, inspections have been conducted in collaboration with relevant organizations, resulting in the identification of 262 trees of various species. In addition, over 300 trees from 21 different species are set to be planted in the park. Planning work is currently in progress. Victory Park is a testament to the resilience of the Azerbaijani people and their unwavering commitment to their homeland. The total investment value of the factory, which covers an area of 1.2 hectares, is 11 million manats. To date, 5.5 million manats have been invested. The head of state was informed about the facility. The factory was established based on the instructions of the presidents of Azerbaijan and Uzbekistan to enhance economic and investment cooperation between the two countries. The factory benefits from a joint industrial collaboration to supply raw materials. Once fully operational, the factory plans to establish a fabric weaving production area using local cotton raw materials. The factory is set to create 800 jobs in total. Special efforts have been made to employ citizens returning to the recently liberated territories and residents of surrounding regions. Since beginning operations, the factory has produced nearly 50,000 sports shirts, with plans to produce 924,000 shirts this year. In the future, it aims to manufacture 3-5 million various knitted products annually, with exports planned to numerous countries. It should be noted that the inauguration of the factory took place via video link during the COP29 event in Baku last November, with President of Azerbaijan Ilham Aliyev and President of Uzbekistan Shavkat Mirziyoyev in attendance.
On February 19th, President Ilham Aliyev inspected the ongoing restoration of individual houses and infrastructure in Ballaja village in the Xocalı district. The head of state also met with a group of residents who had relocated to the village. The president delivered a speech at the meeting.
İki aydır ki Ballıca kəndində keçmiş köçkünlər yaşayır.
Former IDPs have been living in the village of Ballıca for 2 months now. Former IDPs are gradually returning to their ancestral lands in groups almost every month. the Great Return program is well underway. The restoration of the village of Ballıca is also in its final stages. 137 houses have already been restored, with about 60 more to be restored. A total of 460 former displaced persons have already moved to Ballıca, said President İlham Aliyev, and underscored that all restoration and construction efforts are carried out at the expense of the state and in a short period of time with the Azerbaijani people's own strength and capabilities being relied on. The restoration of the city of Khojalı was the most significant task, as it was the people of Khojalı who suffered the most from the war, the occupation and the difficult ordeals of the First Karabakh War, as well as the genocide that was committed against them. Ballıca village is the 10th settlement that have been restored and to which former displaced people have returned. This is part of the first stage of the Great Return program. President İlham Aliyev congratulated residents on the occasion and noted that the process is still ongoing, with more houses to be restored. The president emphasized that the goal is for people to live comfortably, safely and happily. The Azerbaijani state is committed to continuing its efforts to create the necessary conditions for the residents of Ballıca and other communities. The residents of Ballıca conveyed their gratitude to the head of state for the conditions created.
Tebrik ederim. Tebrikler.
Var olun.
Tebrik ederim. Sağ ol.
Şeyden aslında tebrik ettim. Çok
Sağ ol. Sağ ol. Sağ ol.
Hasretinize son buydu.
Sağ ol.
Tebrik ederim.
Sağ olun.
Çok
Tebrik
hoş
ederim.
gelmişsiniz.
Allah korusun sizi. Sağ ol. Sağ ol.
Yaşa olun. Ali Başkanım. Demir yumruk burada.
Sen de yumruğu maşallah yaptın.
President İlham Aliyev posed for photographs together with the residents.
On February 19th, President İlham Aliyev received Syed Yusuf Raza Gilani, chairman of the Senate of the Islamic Republic of Pakistan.
Syed Yusuf Raza Gilani conveyed the greetings of President of Pakistan Asif Ali Zardari and Prime Minister Mohammad Shahbaz Sharif to the Azerbaijani head of state. President İlham Aliyev expressed his gratitude for the greetings and asked Syed Yusuf Raza Gilani to extend his own regards to the President and Prime Minister of Pakistan. The chairman of the Senate once again congratulated the Azerbaijani President on the successful hosting of COP29 in Baku. President İlham Aliyev fondly recalled the participation of Pakistan's Prime Minister in COP29 and highly appreciated it. During the meeting, the sides discussed prospects for cooperation between Azerbaijan and Pakistan in economic, trade, energy and other areas, highlighting the successful implementation of military collaboration. They also hailed the mutual support within international organizations and emphasized the importance of interparliamentary ties and the role of the Intergovernmental Commission. The discussions further addressed the development of Azerbaijan-Pakistan relations within the Azerbaijan-Turkey-Pakistan trilateral cooperation format, underscoring the significance of the trilateral meetings in this framework. Syed Yusuf Raza Gilani presented a keepsake to President İlham Aliyev.
The head of our state received Puan Maharani, Speaker of the House of Representatives of the Republic of Indonesia.
During the meeting, the sides emphasized the significance of the 15th plenary session of the Asian Parliamentary Assembly, themed The Role of Parliamentary Diplomacy in Strengthening Multilateral Cooperation in Asia, held in Baku. They expressed hope that the event would contribute to cementing interparliamentary cooperation. The discussions also covered the prospects for Azerbaijan-Indonesian relations, as well as bilateral cooperation between the two countries' parliaments. Puan Maharani presented a keepsake to President İlham Aliyev.
President İlham Aliyev received Natalia Kachanova, chairperson of the Council of the Republic of the National Assembly of the Republic of Belarus.
Natalia Kachanova conveyed the greetings of President of Belarus Alexander Lukashenko to the Azerbaijani head of state. President İlham Aliyev expressed his gratitude for the greetings and asked Kachanova to extend his regards to Alexander Lukashenko. During the conversation, the sides praised the development of relations between the two countries in various areas. The state visit of the Belarusian president to Azerbaijan last year was fondly recalled, highlighting its importance in advancing bilateral ties. Natalia Kochanova, visiting Azerbaijan for the first time, expressed her deep impression of the development processes she witnessed in Baku. They commended the successful development of interparliamentary ties between the two countries and emphasized the significance of holding the 15th plenary session of the Asian Parliamentary Assembly in Baku. Natalia Kochanova presented a keepsake to President Ilham Aliyev.
President Ilham Aliyev received a delegation led by Mohammad Bagher Ghalibaf, Speaker of the Islamic Consultative Assembly of Iran, on February 20th. President Ilham Aliyev emphasized the shared historical, cultural and religious roots between the two nations, highlighting the close bonds between their peoples. The president lauded the recent intensive bilateral visits at various levels, describing them as a testament to the dynamic development of Azerbaijan-Iran relations. The head of state also praised the expansion of interparliamentary ties between the two countries and expressed hope that the speaker's visit would further advance these relations. The Azerbaijani president touched on cooperation in the areas of economy, trade, transport, energy and others. President Ilham Aliyev underlined the significance of the North-South transport corridor, emphasizing Azerbaijan's efforts to increase cargo transportation capacities along its section. The head of state also pointed out the intensive work underway on the construction of the Aghband crossing, noting that this project would contribute to enhancing the region's transport capabilities. President Ilham Aliyev stated that regional issues should be resolved by the countries of the region and emphasized that interference by external powers in the region is unacceptable. He also highlighted the importance of the 3+3 format. Mohammad Bagher Ghalibaf conveyed the greetings and best wishes of President of Iran Masoud Pezeshkian to the President of Azerbaijan. President Ilham Aliyev expressed gratitude for the greetings and requested that his own greetings be relayed to Masoud Pezeshkian. Mohammad Bagher Ghalibaf commended the high-level organization of the 15th plenary session of the Asian Parliamentary Assembly in Baku and expressed satisfaction with the frequency of visits between the two countries. Ghalibaf emphasized the excellent opportunities for strengthening cooperation between Azerbaijan and Iran in various sectors including economy, trade, science, technology and healthcare. He stressed the need to intensify the work of the Intergovernmental Commission to further these goals. He also pointed out that both countries share common interests in ensuring regional stability and security, reiterating Iran's support for the principle that regional issues should be addressed by the countries involved. Ghalibaf underscored the close cooperation between Azerbaijan and Iran within international organizations and reaffirmed the importance of the 3+3 format. Mohammad Bagher Ghalibaf presented a keepsake to the President of Azerbaijan. On February 20th, President Ilham Aliyev received Artur Rəsizadeh and presented him with the Heydər Əliyev Order.
Hörmətli Artur müəllim, sizi qarşıdan gələn yubileyiniz münasibətilə təbrik edirəm.
Congratulating Artur Rəsizadeh on his upcoming jubilee and wishing him good health and a long life, the head of state added that he had made significant contributions to Azerbaijan's development over many years. You have made great efforts for the economic progress of Azerbaijan while serving in various responsible positions during both the Soviet era and the years of independence. National leader Heydər Əliyev, recognizing your professionalism and knowledge during the Soviet era, even when you were still young, promoted you and appointed you to key positions, including Deputy Chairman of the Council of Ministers. Following his election as President of independent Azerbaijan, National leader Heydər Əliyev appointed you as his assistant, one of his first appointments, and later entrusted you with an even higher position, appointing you as the Prime Minister of the Republic of Azerbaijan. Naturally, National leader Heydər Əliyev knew people well, recognized their professionalism and knowledge, and I know that he always held you in high regard as a person. This was not only due to the qualities I mentioned, but also to your principled stance. Your principled position was evident in all matters, both in the economic development of our country and in all other issues. We worked together for 15 years, from 2003 to 2018. I believe that period marked the fastest economic growth for Azerbaijan. During that time, Azerbaijan's economy more than doubled and major infrastructure projects were either implemented or launched. Under your leadership, the Cabinet of Ministers carried out the President's instructions with dignity, and today, Azerbaijan's sustainable economic development naturally forms the foundation of our independence. During the 15 years we worked together and were in constant contact, discussing and resolving issues. We have remained in touch even after 2018. I am pleased that you are celebrating your anniversary in great physical shape, and it is always a pleasure to see you. Over the years, we have had many phone conversations and discussed numerous matters. Today, on the eve of your remarkable anniversary, I have invited you to present you with the highest award of Azerbaijan state, the Heydər Əliyev Order. With the order I signed today, you have been awarded our country's highest honor. You truly deserve it, as you were a loyal companion of Heydər Əliyev. Once again, I emphasize that you stood by my father both during the Soviet era and in the most difficult periods of our independence. He valued this, and I have always valued and continue to value it. This is a completely fair decision, and allow me to present you with this high order, said President İlham Əliyev.
Bir karardı ve icazə verin bu yüksek ordeni size ben təqdim edeyim. Təbrik edirəm.
Expressing his gratitude to the head of state for this recognition of his work, Artur Rəsizadə stated that being awarded the order named after the national leader Heydər Əliyev was the greatest honor for him. He emphasized his pride in having worked for many years alongside national leader Heydər Əliyev and President İlham Əliyev. Artur Rəsizadə noted that the president of Azerbaijan was the author of a historic achievement, putting an end to the 30-year occupation of Azerbaijani lands and ushering in a new era of life in those territories. President of the Republic of Azerbaijan İlham Əliyev received Hulusi Akar, a member of the Grand National Assembly of Turkey, chairman of the Parliament's National Defense Commission and former Minister of National Defense, on February 21st.
During the meeting, they emphasized the successful development of the fraternal ties, friendship, and strategic alliance between the two countries in all areas. They also commended the expansion of interparliamentary cooperation. Hulusi Akar presented a keepsake to the head of state.
That was all for the week. Thank you for watching us, and stay tuned not to miss the next edition of our program.